What is up, people of YouTube? I'm your host Vernon. This is Echo Bay. Let's fish that. Alright, ladies and gents, I promised myself I won't upload another video where I don't catch any fish. That means if you're seeing this video, we are at least guaranteed one fish in this video. Now, yes, I know on occasion I say that it's not that important to catch fish all the time. You will have days where you don't get any fish, but it's been a couple of weeks since I've last caught any fish. And I've been also seeing some comments of people saying we've been to Lake Mead something like 20 times and we've never caught anything there. Now, you need to remember that we are fishing in a very difficult place, being 2,000 feet above sea level and in the middle of a desert. Fishing is not supposed to be good around here, so we should be glad for any fish we do catch. But fishing is one of those sports that can have a vast mental health benefit to you as the angler. Whether you're soaking some baits and just sitting around thinking about things, or get that endorphin rush when you finally get that little fish, it's a great way to improve on your mood. But this is also a two-way street. The mood you bring when fishing also determines how you're going to be fishing out there. It is sometimes easy to miss small little things, some surface activity that says to you, throw some top water lures, fish up shallow swimming, or the way they're behaving. Small little hints and tips that can vastly improve your chances. And when you're typically in a bad mood, you sometimes miss these little hints. That is why I want to get out there today, try and catch a fish at least, just to get my confidence back to know that I can catch fish. Alright, but let's have a look at the setup we're going to be using today. Alright, so here in the state of Nevada, every licensed angler is allowed 2 rods to use. And we are 2 licensed anglers out here, giving us 4 rods. The first rod out there, that is my anchovy setup for some stripers. The second rod, we have some night crawlers for maybe some channel catfish, perhaps some bluegill, anything willing to go for some night crawlers. And the third rod we got out there, that is my carp setup with some corn, hoping to get some carp feeding in this area. And way down there in the cove, the wife is busy with the bass setup, seeing if she can get some bass up shallow. We might change out some setups, maybe some different spots, to try and find if we can find any fish anywhere. There we go, guys. I promised we'll have a little fish in this video. After about an hour's microfishing, finally managed to catch this little bluegill. First little fish for today, tiny little bluegill. So at least we have a fish. Let's get him back into the water. And there he goes. Alright guys, luckily we're not just going to catch one small little green sunfish. We finally have a hit on our carp setup. Haven't seen the fish yet, but I can feel him tugging. That is one of the best feelings in the world, having that pull on the rod. Does not matter how big or small the fish is, that fight, that's the adrenaline rush, that's what you need. Not the biggest carp in Lake Mead, but it is still pretty decent fish.
Good carp to start the summer or?
First carp for the summer, good way to start. It's not summer yet, it's still early spring, but we'll bring him in, see if we can get him in the net. Still has quite a lot of fight in him. Didn't put up too big a fight until now. Let's see if we can get him in the net. There we go, fish in the net. Bit of a struggle, he's too big for this net, but we got him. Let's quickly have a look at this fish. Alright, so decent size, probably just over 2 pound carp. This guy went for our little corn. First carp for the season, not too bad. I think we're going to get this guy back into the water and release him nice and safely. We did have a little problem with one of the hooks, damaging the bottom part of his mouth, but he looks to be fine, so let's quickly release him. So one last look, and off he goes. Alright, so finally on the board again with a fish. Took us a couple of hours. That fish, nice and heavy. I think it's preparing to go into spawn. That means there might be some fish in the area feeding. So let's rebait, get it out there again. Alright guys, seems we have another fish on. Wife's gonna land this one. Believe it or not, this will be her first fish for the year. I know I've been struggling this year, but she hasn't caught anything as of yet, so this will be her first fish as well. Yeah, I do believe this is a channel catfish and not actually a carp. But hey, who cares, it's a fish. And that means it's now our third little species for today. And quite a decent channel catfish as well. This one went for a little night crawler on the bottom of the rig. We have one hook with corn, one hook with a night crawler. He went for the night crawler. Big fat belly on this one. It's been eating pretty well. No wonder he went for our little night crawlers. Right, so nice, big, decent channel cat. First fish for the wife for the year. Good start with a big, fat little belly on that one. But not keeping any channel cats today, so let's get him back into the water. Right, and there he goes. He's off. Well done, on the board. First fish for the year.
Yep.
Alright, so we caught that one carp. It's not even been an hour and we already got channel catfish. Both of those fish have been off the same one white rod we got out here. Even though we're using 4 different rods, 3 of them with 3 different baits out there, only the white one has been catching fish so far. Does that then mean this is a lucky rod? No, it's not. The reason why this is working so well is because of the method feeder I have on there, and the fact that we are basically chumming the waters, especially if I'm casting at the same spot the entire time. We're chumming the waters, making a feeding zone. And that's why the fish keep going for this one. So I'm going to try and cast out the other rods as well to try and get close to this little feeding zone. Let's see if we get some more action out there. Alright guys, so at the moment it is 87 degrees Fahrenheit out here. That is 30 degrees Celsius. Now that's nice and toasty out. But the water temperatures are actually very low at the moment. It's at the point where even if it's hot outside, you don't want to get in the water to cool down. And I do think that has a major impact on the fishing itself. So you should not be afraid to experiment a bit and try seeing what fish are willing to bite. If the big fish aren't willing to go for your baits, maybe considering doing some micro fishing, trying to find the small fish. And even if you're really struggling to find fish and you just want to catch a fish at least, you can always go to something like Roger Spring, where it's a consistent 65 degrees. Maybe those small fish will be willing to bite. From this video at least, you can see that even during the middle of the day, you can still catch fish. I do talk quite a lot on this channel about the low light conditions, dusk and dawn, great for fishing, but you can catch fish pretty much any time of the day. Now, yes, we still do have something like 5 hours worth of daylight left, but because of the heat out here, I think we had a pretty good day out there, catching some fish at least. So I think we can actually call it a day. So I want to, of course, thank you guys for following us out on this trip. All right, but it would be much appreciated if you do give me a little thumbs up for the fish we finally got in this video. Feel free to ask any questions down below in the comments. If you've not subscribed to the channel yet, consider doing so, joining my community. And I do hope when you get out there, you have some good luck catching some fish. But like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.